Those who act kindly in this world will have kindness. The Holy Quran. 25 years ago, renowned British Muslim organizations joined hands forming Muslim Aid, an organization that would embody the spirit of compassion and community-mindedness found in the Quran. Over the last quarter century, this organization has spread its wings and lent a hand across many corners of the globe, changing lives and putting smiles on over 1 million faces. Muslim Aid's vision focuses on the alleviation of poverty, education for all, and the provision of amenities to those in need, and so create a world where charity and compassion produce justice, self-reliance, and human development. Guided by the teachings of Islam and the principle of helping people from all communities, Muslim Aid endeavors to tackle poverty and its causes by developing innovative and sustainable solutions that enable individuals and their communities to live with dignity through supporting initiatives that promote economic and social justice. In 1989, with operations expanding, Muslim Aid distributed over £1 million in emergency aid to Africa. Muslim Aid's focus became two-pronged. On the one hand, they continued to fulfill their commitment to emergency relief work. On the other, measures were put in place to implement long-term development programs. By 1994, these projects accounted for 50% of Muslim Aid's relief activity. And over the years, other key projects have been carried out in over 70 countries, including Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sudan, Bosnia, Cambodia, Indonesia, Jordan, Kenya, Lebanon, Somalia, and Sri Lanka. Muslim Aid localized its relief strategies in Sri Lanka, taking into account its unique socio-political and ethnic makeup, to deliver a myriad of projects under various relief and development sectors in collaboration with local partners. Muslim Aid is one of the few agencies based in Sri Lanka able to provide 144,000 litres of purified water daily. This is a key entry point for Muslim Aid to enter into the fold where relief is urgently required. Due to Muslim Aid's long-term presence in Sri Lanka, during the 2004 tsunami, the organization was readily able to step in and offer the myriad forms of aid required on various scales to the coastal regions of the island nation. Initially, Muslim Aid's tsunami relief work centered on a partnership with Oxfam in a joint housing project, helping constructing many new homes to those left destitute and homeless. This was followed by various livelihood projects that helped the coastal communities to get back on their feet again. During the floods in 2006, Muslim Aid provided emergency aid to the flood-affected people in the Mabole area, where fresh water and warm food was dispersed to them. The learning from the Mabole project allowed Muslim Aid to step in once again in 2008 during the floods in Kalutara and Ampara, aiding the affected and offering them warm meals. In August 2006, Muslim Aid was also involved heavily in relief operations to help around 60,000 IDPs left homeless in Muttur due to an escalation in fighting between the Sri Lankan army and the LTTE. Muslim Aid's response effort included 43 vehicles to help evacuate the displaced to safer areas such as Kantale, where food and shelter was provided, 13 welfare camps for around 10,000 people, 200 volunteers and logistical support for other international agencies. By 2007, these operations had transformed into supporting 200 IDP families in their livelihood development through backyard poultry farming projects and other means of social empowerment. In the first quarter of 2009, as the civil war in the northern part of Sri Lanka came to a conclusion, the island was faced with massive humanitarian disaster. More than 300,000 people fleeing the war zone and thus left homeless, with no livelihood to speak of, in most cases critically ill. Muslim Aid's response included a massive repair operation of Mannar General Hospital and immediate medical support with the provision of a medical hospital and 2 ambulances. In addition, MASL also supported the Sedikulam Hospital, provided 45,000 litres of water daily to IDPs in Vaunia, constructed 54 toilets in Manik Farm, and provided dry rations to many of the camps in the area. Prior to this, between 2007 and 2009, Muslim Aid, in partnership with Swera, provided dry rations, hygiene kits, roofing material and fresh water to over 5,000 families affected by the conflict in the north and the east areas of the country. Once emergency relief is offered, the long-term requirement of the affected people to regain a sense of normalcy is required. Once again, Muslim Aid stepped in to aid in the infrastructure of these disaster-struck areas. In 2005, Muslim Aid carried out the Ollikulam housing scheme, where 100 houses were built in Batikalo for families in the area displaced by the tsunami and the internal conflict. Then in 2009, a landmark friendship bridge was constructed in Muttur, connecting the Arfa Nagar Muslim community and the Aman Nagar Tamil community with the Muttur mainland. In 2010, Muslim Aid was the first INGO to be allowed to begin its resettlement work in the north in Mantei West. The tasks undertaken were to build houses, schools, renovation of hospitals and livelihood support.